Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 24 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Packers at 12 and 4 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence. And you need that in order to go all the way.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Love now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Bo Melton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Packers defense. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, 58 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go now.
Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
These two teams all tied after 1. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
He's able to find Melton. Touchdown, Packers! Bo Melton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one. Again, right there.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now Love. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down Packers. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Bo Melton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, Love.
Wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. Damn, I'll be giving these shit.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Love back to it here after the pick 6, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And this one is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A handoff now for Pacheco. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mahomes. The left side throw complete to Adams. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Patrick going to change the play. Pacheco is in. Touchdown Chiefs. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Working out of the gun. Love. Looking deep here for Mooney. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give to Pollard running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Oh, a design run for their wideout. Through the juke. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll go on the ground. And that one going to be slowed up before it can really get going. Good work defensively to read the trickery and make the stop. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw now. Here's Love. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And that one going to be slowed up before it can really get going. Good work defensively to read the trickery and make the stop. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Moore. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down, Pollard again. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Love. He's got his line back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Love now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, Oftentimes, interceptions result.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. That is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bo Melton, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 71 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
The partner under the lights